At Lynch's River County Park, and I am so excited that you are joining me this afternoon to get the answer to how many eggs did Rue lay. Before we get to that though, we want to go over a few things, especially some of the questions we are getting. One of the main questions we are getting right now is, are those eggs going to hatch? And no, they are not. So Rue was actually never with a male snake, and you may be asking, well, how did she lay eggs? Well, snakes have that ability. So even though she was not with a male snake, she still has the ability to produce eggs. And so that's what she did. She produced them, she laid them just like she normally would. But because there's no male involved, they are infertile and therefore would not ever hatch. This happens a lot with snakes. They have that ability to do that. Almost all the reptiles need a mate for reproduction. There are a few very rare cases, and they go through a process we call parthenogenesis. This process is where the female can give her genetic material to the eggs or to the babies to produce more. So this process does take a while, and it is very rare that it happens. You may have heard of a few that do it though. So a few snakes can, such as copperheads and our eastern banded water snakes, have that ability. One of the most popular animals that does parthenogenesis is actually the Komodo dragon. So a lot of these dragons, since there's not a lot of them left in the world, they will actually give their genetic material to have babies. So problem with this, a lot of times it happens though, is that because it's only one parent giving genetic material, those eggs or offspring have a lack of development. And oftentimes there's a higher mortality rate simply because there isn't a wide variety of genetics available. So, why do some animals use parthenogenesis? This can be for a few reasons. One of the main reasons is that the animals or the females know that they want to have offspring or need to lay eggs, and there isn't a male available. Another big reason is that oftentimes animals have an instinct to know that populations are diminishing. So they will oftentimes use parthenogenesis to fertilize their own eggs so that they can help repopulate the area. Lay those eggs, we're super excited about it just because it's something really cool that doesn't happen a lot of times. A lot of people don't know what happens or that they can do that without the male, but we are going to reveal now. So is everybody ready to hear how many eggs that Rue laid? She laid quite a few. We heard quite a variety of answers. Some people got kind of close, some people were a little far off, and that's okay because it is hard to see exactly what can happen. But Rue actually laid 17 eggs. So that's quite a large clutch of eggs, but there again, all of them were what we call slugs, and they were infertile, so we already have removed them. But it is still really cool just to be able to see how they can produce those eggs, and then, learn a little bit more about parthenogenesis and how some animals have that ability to reproduce on their own. So like I said, thank you so much for joining us. I hope it was fun and exciting. And if you have any other questions, feel free to let us know. Have a wonderful day.